Hi guys, welcome to your ancestor guidance readings for this week. I'm just doing an intro that I'm going to have at the beginning of each video so I don't have to repeat this 12 times for everyone, and then I can get everything in that I need and not forget for one sign and remember for another. So when we get into the ancestor guidance, I actually have 4 decks. I have 3 oracle decks and a tarot deck that I'm going to use to tap into their energy, probably pulling out past life information about them to help you to connect with this ancestor. So because I'm saying ancestor energy, that can come in different ways. That can come in as someone that you recognize. Yes, I know this person. I knew them well. They've passed now and they're speaking to me from the other side. This could also come in as someone that you know now and who hasn't passed, and it's their higher self speaking to you, because that's also possible. It can also be your own higher self speaking to you in these readings. If you're getting information about the ancestor and it's not really recognizable to you at all, it could still be an ancestor that lived a lifetime quite a while ago that you're not aware of consciously in this lifetime. If the entire reading doesn't resonate for you at all, then I haven't tapped into an ancestor on any level for you. So that's what I have for you guys. We're going to look at the guidance that they have for you now and why. Why now? All right, thanks. Enjoy your readings. Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy, and here we are at the end of what it has been a long series. It's been long because I think it's been a difficult energy to do readings through with the eclipse that we had and the Mercury retrograde and everything, and it's just actually is a very challenging subject too. So it should be interesting to see how we end it, Pisces. I actually kind of like ending with you guys being so spiritual and mystical yourselves. So it always makes for an interesting read. And we're going to get right into it. We're going into the doggy wisdom oracle to start trying to pull out this final message from the ancestors coming through to Pisces. Kind of feel like y'all are probably hooked up to your ancestors all the time though. Again, Pisces being part of that realm naturally for yourselves. All right, let's see what we get here for Pisces. Pisces. I just heard goodbye, so I don't know what that is. Venture out. That's interesting. So maybe the goodbye is like, you know, something, bye, and then going out and doing something. It's weird. Venture out. The one card that's come out, and then we have learning, disappointment. So learning, someone learning from their lessons, an ancestor who kind of pushed beyond. I feel like this ancestor kind of almost pushed themselves beyond their comfort zone to a point where actually it feels a little self-destructive. It feels a little bit self-destructive. Like there's something, disappointed about learning things when they ventured out. So I honestly feel like it's almost like an ancestor that bit off more than they could chew, or they took on more than they should in some sort of lesson. It has a feeling too of someone who doesn't really quite know when the right time is to stop. Let's see where this keeps going. It also feels like maybe somebody who decided, I'm going to go travel the world, or, I'm going to go see different things, and like just getting out of what they knew, what they were comfortable with, and then the things that they learned, they were kind of disappointed about that. So, sorry, it just looked like one of the cards were flipped. Somebody who maybe is looking for something outside of where they are, and then they go outside of that. And then they realize, you know what, everything I had was there. And something, so let's see. Interesting, pioneer. So pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. I kind of feel like that too. Like this person could have been a pioneer or first time doing something. I'm kind of getting to the energy of maybe, you know, if other family members had done higher education like college or university, and this ancestor did as well, but it's almost like, no, I'm going out of state, I'm going out of province, or I'm going out of country or continent to do it. There's disappointment. There's something here about doing something out of the norm, getting outside of my own box, but then being kind of disappointed with that. Destroyer athlete, releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps. Development of personal willpower and strength. I'm just going to look at the shadow because I feel like there's, I don't know, some form of regret. Compulsive need to keep moving on. Intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends. False sense of invulnerability and entitlement. Yeah, it is a little bit like somebody getting pushed down onto their butt here and getting corrected by spirit, getting scolded. And this ancestor pushed a boundary and went too far. And what they learned was a lesson on disappointment. If this wasn't pushing too far, this was not pushing enough. It's something here. It's too far, and I'm going to say I think it could go in either direction, where didn't venture out enough in life, and the things that they learned keeping themselves small and their world small, that just felt very disappointing. But then again, it just feels like going way too far with something and like getting your ass kicked or falling on your ass here. The bottom, detective, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Okay, martyr, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So prostitute, accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. This energy actually doesn't seem that bad, the underlying. So these could be things that they were disappointed about other people in. There's just a sense of like, that's too bad, I guess. Yeah. I really want to, I'm going into, oh no, I'm not going to the tarot yet with them. I'm going into, oh, what the hell is this called? These decks, I can't remember the name of these anymore. It's some sort of animal divine, animal spirit deck. Okay, tell us more about this ancestor. Tell us more about this ancestor. I think they were really, I do feel like this person was pushing boundaries, pushing limits in themselves and others. Maybe there was a lot of others that didn't push limits like they did, and they could have found themselves more sort of on their own. But it definitely is, when you venture out or you don't completely, what you get to learn about is disappointment. Let it shine. Be loyal to what you love. Reclaim your power. It's starting to feel more and more now like someone who was, I want to say now, and it kind of makes sense because it's the first card in the underline, finding disappointment in some avenue of life, learning about that and moving on, venturing out, moving beyond that, reclaiming their power. Being loyal to what they love, which, I mean, I don't know what that is. It could be a concept of living. It could be themselves, their deeper selves here. It is almost like, really, it does feel like someone who could have been a bit of a volcano. But I'm not getting explosive, like crazy, unpredictable energy. It might be, I want to say the actions that this ancestor might have taken in their lifetime would have been kind of unexpected. People are like, whoa, really? But I think the unexpected is because people really didn't see perhaps how determined this individual was to reclaim their power. So in some way, they gave it up in some aspect here. And it's interesting because the prostitute in light is about like surviving without negotiating the power of yourself. Like, I'm not going to compromise here. And then the martyr in like a healthy energy is like moving beyond, like understanding that the service to oneself is a greater cause than allowing yourself to be victimized. Even like with the martyr, right, is like when somebody becomes a martyr, well, they're the symbol of some sort of victimization, and everyone else can utilize that or have it as a reason or an excuse for their own actions, as opposed to really taking control over their life. Great power of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. And it did, because this person looked through things. And I do feel like very often they were disappointed at what they saw. Yeah, there's more and more the feeling here of someone who may be compromised in life earlier on and then didn't anymore. And it could even feel like a hard and fast line. Like a line was sort of drawn in that. I'm not doing that anymore. Definitely too, the pioneer, this person did something for the first time, I feel like, in your family's history. And because what comes right after that is releasing what is potentially destructive, preparing for new life, this person could have, again, like suddenly just gone to something that the rest of the family hasn't done. And so there's different levels that this could be in different examples, and I'm going to give them because they could resonate for, each one could resonate for a different group of people. But one is to, I'm sort of just seeing something play out in my mind where everyone in the family has always gone to this university, always gone there, always become that. And then this person deciding, no, I'm not, I'm going to the opposite. And let's say, because you even have athlete here, let's say everybody went to that university because they all got scholarships in this athletic type of performance or work. And so there would be sort of like competing universities, particularly about athleticism and like getting the full-on competition, going to that one. Or, like maybe even someone who in the 1940s or 50s got like divorced, it's just like, whoa, there's something really kind of shocking in how this person pioneered their life. And they definitely learned, I do want to say too, in some ways, learned to leave disappointment behind. So the tarot, the good tarot, to get a little bit more about this ancestor, then we're going to see what guidance this ancestor has for you. I'm going to be honest, wow, the star, I'm going to say, is not to compromise yourself. The star, the page of air, patience. Under the star is the Hierophant. I feel like those two came out together at some other point in this series, just like this. Under the page of air is the Five of Air. Under patience is transformation. Wow. The 10 of Airs at the bottom, there's a lot of air energy in this reading. This individual could have had significant air placements, maybe even specifically Aquarius, because we do have the Star card here. All right. This person shone in some way in their life. Now, what that could have been, I don't know. Kind of getting a little bit like, this could have been sort of like a domestic goddess energy, because we have just both these feminine figures. Like there's quite a few masculines that appear in this deck too, but we've just got these two feminine figures. And this person was kind of like even a shining star in something that they did. But I feel like whatever it was that they did, it was a major commitment that they made. So it could have been like a marriage, could have been even like some sort of work that they were doing. But quite honestly, it compromised them in some way because their hands are tied up. I just feel like their hands are tied up and they're not able to utilize every aspect of themselves in whatever this was. And then you have the Page of Air. This almost just feels like releasing oneself. And the 5 of Air, it's a bit of a tightrope walk to eliminate things from the past that could be compromising this person, or did compromise this person, or left them with limited choices. It left them with limited choices, and it didn't allow them to utilize all of their resources to their greatest capacity. It's interesting though, because I feel like there was a lot of work that went into like getting to the other side of this with patience and transformation. So it does feel like too, like, you know, somebody who was stereotyped into some sort of role or idea of who they should have been in life, and then playing that role, and they're sort of like indoctrinated into it. And maybe not even knowing why, why is this not my path? Why is this not where I feel like I'm using the best of my abilities fully here? But just knowing, it's like this person got in touch with some sort of deeper part of themselves, just knowing, you know, and to have to free themselves. But then who they become on the other side is not known immediately. That's the part that I find is interesting. So it's not like this person pioneered and changed their life knowing who they were going to be on the other side. They didn't even know. They didn't even know. And then that's the part that I actually feel almost kind of like bravery in that, and impatience with transformation. And then the 10 of Swords is at the bottom too. It almost feels like the way she's blowing at the feathers, it reminds me, you know, of things that are falling down. Keep trying to blow them away. So it's almost like whatever this energy was, it kept trying to deliver itself back, kept trying to deliver itself back to this person. And they just persevered and blew it away and blew it away and blew it away and blew it away, to hopefully at some point the wind comes along and blows this away. It's like a painful ending that never really stops haunting them or continuously trying to come back to them. And they continue to be patient with who they're meant to be on the other side. Okay, so I'm going into the Energy Oracle deck. I've used, this will be the third different deck that I've used to start with the guidance part of these readings. And yeah, you're the first ones to get the Energy Oracle deck. I was really drawn to use it for you. Okay, so this, very interesting ancestor, because again, this is somebody who could have stayed where they were and done what they were doing. I mean, this is shining. This is a shining commitment, but something's not right here. And then they need to free themselves. They don't know who or what they're going to be on the other side. And even how long it takes to discover that. So what is the guidance for Pisces from this ancestor? Rest and rejuvenation. Now these two fell flat here. You have the world, you have the third chakra, and the woman holding a heart, or a coin. The woman holding a coin. So that's interesting. I said holding a heart. I don't know if that's significant for someone. But the world is closing off a cycle, gaining one's confidence and stability and growth. It could be even, I don't know, like maybe some of you know who this ancestor is and they inspire you, because there is something here that could be feeling like even inspirational with the way these cards coming out, but right, like rest and rejuvenate. Build your confidence. Perhaps even build your wealth, your status. Healing, healer of the ages. Maybe some of you are going through some sort of a stage right now where you're transforming. I kind of like to think that these ancestors come through for a reason for us. It's because, you know, something that they've lived through, and the example of that can be very significant and inspiring to us, or it can help solidify a message for us as well. So some of you may be healers as well. You may work in the healing arts. But so there is something here about resting, grounding yourself, and preparing for a future, because you have the World card. So you're closing something off. You are closing off a cycle of rest and rejuvenation. You are opening up a cycle of confidence. If you haven't been confident about something you'd like to do, or an ability that you have, I feel like you're approaching that. And I'm going to pull out a tarot card for each one of these energy oracle cards. I just want to stop for a second, because this underline feels so powerful to me. Reclaim your power and be loyal to what you love. I just feel like that's just, I just need to say that, and then just leave it and let it sit in the air. Just like that. Rest and rejuvenate. The Knight of Cups. So this is the movement of your heart. The World, though, the Queen of Wands here. Third chakra. The Four of Cups. Woman holding a coin. The Ten of Swords. Ace of Wands. The Chariot. The Five of Wands. The Five of Wands and the Chariot and the Ace of Wands. So this underline is really about like fighting through the struggle and moving towards, like, honestly, what does empower you? What does inspire you? I'm not done with these yet. I'm going to spread this out. Oh, Larry, you probably can't see him. He's literally right in front of below the camera. I don't know if he's... I don't think he is purring. He was purring when I started at first. So I'm going to pull out 3. Okay, this looks like some wounding here that had to do with maybe work. You've got the Eight of Pentacles, Justice, and the Alchemist, Temperance, which is really funny because you have Temperance here in Patience, and that's sitting under Transformation. So there is something in you here that is transforming, and and you've had to heal this, you've had to rest, you've had to ground yourself, you've had to find, I want to say, these are two balance cards here. You've had to find significant balance in terms of your own energies, closing off your past, opening up your future, and reclaiming sort of like a fresh slate in terms of karma and energy. Now, the World with the Queen of Wands, the Five of Coins, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Now, this is something that you're closing off, but it feels like something that you're hiding or something that has been hidden. So there's a part of you here that's been hidden, and you're closing that off. You're closing that off. And now, because you have a court card here, it might be someone that you've been closed off from or hiding something from. It's the Two of Cups, so it could be someone significant to you. I want to say too, because I'll go back and I'll look at the ancestor energy, and I feel like you've learned about disappointment. I feel like you've somehow learned about disappointment. So I am hearing sort of the ancestor, like if you've learned about disappointment, how do you alleviate that for yourself? I'm curious about the Seven of Swords because it's something that you have been hiding. Something that you're not divulging about yourself. And maybe that's why this third chakra comes in next. It is the confidence to do something here. The Four of Cups, you have the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. This is really transforming your life in a big way. This is the confidence to move, to turn things that feel like majorly missed opportunities, to turn them into fulfilling bliss. It is to be, yes, active in reclaiming maybe the things that you've compromised about yourself. That's clearly here. I mean, there's some sort of self-compromisation that's happening here with the Seven of Swords. But that's the World. So you're supposed to close that off and open this up. Open a new cycle of confidence, Pisces. And if you feel like people haven't understood you or they haven't seen the value in you, or you're looking back and you're thinking, you know, there's things that I missed out on. It's almost, I want to say, like, it's never too late. That's the episode I'm getting here. Because turning this around is absolutely incredible. I'm going to go from the Four of Cups into the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Cups. This is divine choices. These could be divine partnerships. This is wishes and dreams coming true and then fulfilling them to their highest degree. People. Woman holding a coin, so the Ten of Swords. Maybe there's something you need to end with somebody here so that you can fulfill a dream or a wish that you have. The Ten of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Star, and the Ace of Cups. I feel like you've been protecting, I don't know if I would describe it like a calling that you have, whether this calling is to get out and live your life in a way that other people would feel is kind of unexpected, however that shows up. But there's some sort of ending here with either a business partner, a partner, somebody who maybe perhaps had some sort of monetary control over you, or at least it felt like they did. Because now it's time to heal something too. It's time to heal something. It could be even time to heal something with someone where there has been like something has gone wrong. And you have the Healer of the Ages as the underline too. The Emperor, the Nine of Coins, and the Moon. This feels like this thing that you're hiding. Okay, you have the peacock. The peacock is sitting with this 9 of coins, and then, right, you had the peacock here. Let it shine. Why do I feel like I didn't touch on this card? That's weird. This card means to me like sort of speaking your heart center, because it does look like a heart, but it's in the throat chakra area. Well, that's funny, right? Because you have the Knight of Cups. That is something that you've been resting in rejuvenation, which is the movement of your heart, which is the expression of your heart, the romantic side of you. Emperor, 9 of Coins, and the Moon. This, to me, feels like either a significant individual in your life, and there's something unknown about perhaps their status, or B, I don't know, could be their wealth or their availability. Like the 9 of Coins is the singular card. Or this is something that you've been hiding about yourself somehow. You know, like maybe if you've gone through some sort of a divorce or a separation or something like that, or you've started your own business. It's like you haven't let anybody know that. Or somebody, there's something here that's really kind of interesting. And I kind of want to say that it feels like you, because you have the 7 of Swords here. Like there's something, some sort of hidden mystery or espionage going on about you that you're meant to close off. I'm actually going over to this world energy because the rest of rejuvenation seems pretty obvious to me. There's projects that if this isn't like work where you like earn your bread and butter, this is definitely projects that you have taken to their fulfillment, but then needing to kind of recover from them, and you need to capture yourself again after that work. So, and yeah, that's really clear. Now, this is the interesting part, and I feel like it is a bit of a mystery, because what is the 7 of Swords? Like, what is this that you are supposed to be hiding? It is the Ace of Cups, which is some sort of, it's connected to some sort of healing. And the Queen of Swords. Some type of healing here that has been cut out. Some sort of feeling or emotion that you've cut out. I guess I want to say to recapture it again, to recapture the feelings that want to flow within you in whatever way this is. Like, let's say you're somebody who writes for, like, let's say you write for a newspaper, or you write in some sort of technical way, but deep down inside, what you want to do is you want to like write your own book or write your own stories, or, you know, so. But that Knight of Cups, that's the part of you that is there in that, right? So, but the 8 of Pentacles is very technical. So that's the part of you that's healing. And then like all of this cup energy that starts coming forward is to be confident to reclaim A, who you are, and B, how you want to be that, how you want to express it. The 2 of Cups with the Queen of Wands, like this just feels like an individual. And this could also be like how, like, you live your life. Creative, spontaneous. Whoa. The 2 of Swords, the Strength card, and the 4 of Pentacles. This is really stuck. So, yeah, that's a stuck energy. To get it unstuck, to get yourself unstuck here. Right? Oh yeah, and look, like this ancestor was about venturing out. Get yourself unstuck. You see how that comes through? Okay, get your confidence here. What would help Pisces confidence? What would help Pisces confidence? The Ace of Swords with the Wheel of Fortune, to clearly see that there's a shift in the winds for you. The 10 of Swords and the Hanged Man. So that what would get your confidence here There's some ending here with somebody that's coming up here, and it looks like it was painful. And maybe it's something you're meant to kind of recover, or you're meant to heal this. Because what would get your confidence, honestly, is like addressing something or seeing something in a new way that has to do with this woman holding a coin, this ending in your life. You know, it could be if you've had significant partnerships in your life and those have come to an end, and how you try to find yourself on the other side. It is seeing who you are, is allowing yourself to see who you are, to be seen. The Four of Cups. Well, there's that Two of Cups, that thing that you've been hiding yourself from. The Four of Swords and the Page of Cups. This is to heal something. This is to heal like some kind of relationship. This is to heal that. And whether this is something that you guys are meant to do in the physical with someone, or if this is some sort of like forgiveness process. I wonder if this, you know, even this venture out could have been somebody significantly important to you when you were younger and you needed someone there, more of a support network than somebody who was kind of blazing a trail and being a pioneer. If it's even this ancestor coming through and asking for forgiveness, like for some sort of energy exchange to occur in that manner. Either way, however this comes through, it's definitely about a forgiveness of some form of relationship here. That it does cause you, or has caused you, to hold back your emotions. The Lovers. That landed on the Five of Cups. The next card, or Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles. Each one landed on the Five of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Five of Swords. So there was some sort of unexpected, even perhaps separation or ending in a relationship here. Yeah, I don't know. This could be a mother. Let's see. The Nine of Cups. The Two of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. Either you feel like it's like there's a tricky balance here, is what it feels like. There's two ways this kind of comes through. Either, because this Nine of Cups has to do with like dreams and wishes, like finding them in the fulfillment. Well, I want to say the Ten of Cups is the fulfillment of that dream or wish, and then the Ten of Cups is here after that. So this dream or wish, there does seem to be like some sort of negotiating that goes around it, and conflict. Maybe you and someone else kind of both negotiated yourselves in a way that was conflictive to bring balance also to some sort of conflict. The Ten of Cups. Wow, I don't know like what this is, but it feels like like you having your confidence to do something here dramatically changes things. Because this Ten of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords. This is, if you've got the confidence to do this, if you've got the confidence to move in this direction, if you have the confidence and the drive to communicate too with the Eight of Wands, the Six of Swords is taking you out of a difficult spot. This woman holding a coin is something that I feel like, well, where did all these drop down here? Look at this, the Sun, Judgment, and the Nine of Wands. That's a very difficult realization of a new beginning that doesn't feel quite right. Woman holding a coin. The Four of Wands and Justice. This could be like a partner, or even someone that you see as a partner. The Ten of Swords. Wow, the Eight of Cups. Somebody walked away here. Somebody walked away. It is some sort of relationship here, Pisces, that you're meant to heal. You have an ancestor coming forward with the Seven of Wands. Holding back. There's the Lovers. This is the thing that you've been disconnected from. If this isn't, like, if for some of you this is not resonating in that this is someone that you're meant to patch things up with, this is definitely like reclaiming your heart space and moving forward with it and living life the way you really want to live it, you know, so that you can start, instead of negotiating yourself and compromising yourself, you're actually fulfilling the dreams and the wishes that your heart would like to fulfill in this lifetime. Star and the Ace of Cups. I mean, that is just healing. The Page of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. This is like stuck in a learning pattern, and it is the worst thing ever. Learning disappointment. Oh my God, stuck in a learning pattern. Learning disappointment. Stop learning disappointment and start learning fulfillment. There we go. Oh, I love that. What a great way to end the week. Stop learning disappointment and start learning fulfillment. At the bottom, you got the Moon and the Eight of Swords. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes as a tarot reader, you just get frustrated. The Eight of Swords and the Moon. You tell me who holds you back. Who holds you back, Pisces? The Eight of Swords and the Moon. If you don't think you can, ask your intuition what they think of it. I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, I'm going to find out, like, from this ancestor energy, what guidance this ancestor has for you, but further in the future. So this is kind of like right now, right? So we're looking at guidance into the future for you. Thank you so much, Pisces. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.